Hi, how are you? Um, y'all know I'm sharing. You know I share. If you can remember, or if you can, please do the same thing. Y'all, I didn't put my. You know what? That's okay. I'm gonna get my own music together because Facebook don't want y'all to play. It's so dry. It's so like nothing is happening. But I gotta get some music. I like to have a little music in the beginning, but Facebook don't like when y'all do that. They don't like it. So I need to get that figured out. Hi. Hi everybody. Um I'm just sharing and then we're gonna get started. I promise I always say I'm not gonna keep y'all long and then y'all be in here. Join me. And then I have y'all here. Okay. I posted it. Okay, so I'm surely not gonna keep you long. I just wanted to I'll do all the explaining about tonight and how I how I got to tonight. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. Are you guys? Let me just see who's saying what. Um, I am that I am. Yes, you are. I am that I am. Y'all, come on. Hi, hi. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we're back. So again, um, I'm not gonna keep y'all. Let's see. Okay, so tonight, really fast. First of all, I just want to say, y'all been keeping me busy with Afro Essentials. Okay. So I looked up and looked around like, what is going on? I mean, it's been doing what it needs to do, but I mean, it is doing what it needs to do at the moment. So thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. I've been a little MIA because I've been, working really hard and trying to get everything out and having to, remake stuff and mugs and shot glasses and all this kind of good stuff, right? So, first of all, thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate your love and your support all the time. So that's been kind of keeping me busy. And also with that, you guys know that I've kind of been I've been doing this growth and this healing and this journey that I've kind of been on. And to be quite honest, the journey gets a little lonely and sometimes it gets a little sad. Along the way, you definitely do build, you lose people, but then you also meet people and you attract your tribe. I think we talked about that before. You kind of attract your tribe and you have those people to support you and to kind of be there for you. But even saying that, like, you kind of get to a place where you feel okay with like whoever I'm going to lose or whoever chooses to walk away. You hear people say, well, they weren't really for you to begin with and all of that. But at the same time, if we're being honest, it feels a little sad. It can be a little upsetting at times. And yeah, so just trying to deal with that and and I think it's even worse when it's people really, really close to you. Just them not understanding. And I don't know what it is about, you being different and how that translates to you can't sit with me or we can't be friends or whatever. Things just have to change because you're not the same or you're not the same anymore. And maybe it's because you can't relate anymore, or maybe it's because I don't know. I don't know why that gets weird for people, but it kind of does. And it's kind of what I find myself going through right now. Just feeling, and I'm getting a little emotional, just feeling like choosing to actually be me. I think people think they know you, like, oh, I grew up with you, or I helped raise you, and that kind of thing, and they feel like they know you, but not taking into account that as you grow and as you mature, you become somebody different. The whole point is to grow, is to evolve, is to elevate yourself. You become different and you're not the same. The person that people remember me as, I'm not her. I'm not that girl anymore. I'm somebody totally different. And I believe that who I am and who I'm growing into be is very beautiful. I like it here. I like it here because I found strength. I found strength in myself. I found strength in my own voice. Um, I feel comfortable with using my own voice. I feel comfortable expressing myself and I like it. I didn't like feeling like I had to hide or be ashamed of who I am or minimizing myself to make other people feel comfortable or to be accepted or to be liked. I didn't like it there. I didn't like it. I was not comfortable. It really, really did. I think I was telling somebody else. It kind of started coming out in the form of dis-ease in my body, holding things in and just refusing to be who spirit is calling me to be. Just, really, really like diving in deep with myself, just refusing to do that, not wanting to disappoint other people, and I started having panic attacks. I started having anxiety just out of nowhere. I've never had issues like that. I've never dealt with this kind of stuff, but real live, like it was showing up in a different way for me. And I had to I had to let it go. So I said that to say that yes, I've been busy, but also every now and again I kind of get in a space of trying to figure it out. Like, am I really doing this? Like, am I really like gonna be the one? Am I gonna be that one? And it almost feels like a troublemaker, like just a little bit. Like it feels like a troublemaker to ask questions or to say, "This confuses me. I'm confused. This doesn't make sense." And everything that I've ever known, or ever believed, or ever it was because I was a kid, I grew up at home, this is what my mama said, and that's what I did. It was never because it was what I chose to do. I didn't have a choice. I had to go and do whatever was expected of me. So I found myself growing up, you know, thinking I'm reading the Bible, thinking I'm connecting with it, when really I was not. It was just what I didn't understand it. To this day, I don't understand it. I couldn't even tell you how people like, oh, you have to do your research and you have to dive deep. I couldn't even tell you where to start or which book. It's so many different, and that confuses me. It's so many different books of the Bible. Like you got to read the right version. And that's so confusing to me. Like, and I don't want to feel like the troublemaker because I'm the one willing to say that confuses me. I don't understand it. I don't know it. So a lot of times it makes me want to retreat, which is fine because it's always good to take a step back, sit with yourself. I still believe in God, a higher power. I still believe in that. Um, People don't like when you say the universe and all of that. I don't understand why, because it's all connected. We're all connected to nature. We're connected to these things that we want to detach ourselves from. That makes no sense to me. Somehow, the universe and nature and all these things have been demonized. Like somehow people feel like, it ain't God, but it is God. God is the universe. God is in us. God is in nature. God is in all things. So, how can we not be connected to all of it and to say, so everything just started not making sense to me. Okay. So I said all of that to say I'm finding myself in a space right now where I'm just kind of like, everybody is running me low and making me tired. And I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to pretend. So if I feel like I'm in a place where it's something I want to say and I want to do, and I feel like it may cause a little bit of a issue, then I kind of just back out a little bit and I kind of just pray, I meditate, and I just kind of figure out which way I need to go and how to handle it. But I'm telling y'all now, I'm not willing to pretend. I'm not willing to pretend anymore. So what you're gonna get is the real, raw, and uncut from me. I'm doing it with peace, light, and love. It's coming from a good, healthy place, a loving place. But I'm just not willing to pretend that I get it. And that I'm just like, oh yes, and one side, I'm back here behind the scenes saying, yeah, I don't know that. I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. I'm not feeling that. But then I get in front of y'all and I'm pretending to be somebody else. I'm not willing to do that. I'm just really not. So I just have to be okay with whoever that means it cancels out, it X out. I'm not going to be for everybody. And I had to understand that too. I'm not going to be for everybody. You're not going to be for everybody. And you have to be okay with that. It sucks sometimes, but you're just not going to be for everybody. And what I do know is there's a lot that I'm not sure of now because I've just chosen to do away with everything. I don't want to think about it. I just want to start from scratch and choose to believe it because I believe it myself, not because that's just what was told to me. So if that means people have to go and all that, then see you later. So long. Okay. So tonight, with that being said, I kind of just wanted to do a Q&A. And the next reason is because I had some friends visit me from out of town this weekend. And, they've got these little card games now where you pull the card and everybody, you ask the question and you go around the room, the table, and you answer them. And then you kind of find out a little bit more about each other, and what everybody thinks and how they feel about it and that kind of thing. So I kind of wanted to do that. I wanted to just do a little quick Q&A, Q&A. I'll ask some questions. I'll also answer them. And I just thought it would be fun because I thought the game was super, super fun. And I thought it would be real cute on tonight. And um, I need it personally, doing these shows. It helps me to be able to connect with y'all and other people. So sometimes I don't get to do that because everybody wanted to run out my life because they didn't like I was gonna keep it real and 100. So whatever. So let's just dive right into our questions, right? So the thing that you're gonna do is gonna be like a little game. I'm not gonna keep you, but I definitely need it because I've kind of been in a mood and in a place on top of working. So I just kind of needed something not so heavy tonight. Okay. Is that okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question and I want to see y'all answer them in the comments. Okay. Is that okay? I don't see y'all saying nothing. So, I want everybody to say, all right, I'm with you. We're ready. Something, something. Let me see you. Let me see you say it. Are y'all commenting? Because I don't see it. Okay. So, are y'all ready? And I want y'all to play and to participate. All right. Thank you. There y'all are. Hey, y'all. Talk to me. Okay. Because I need to feel y'all tonight because I'm really in a mood and I'm really in a place. Check on your strong friends and the people that seem like, oh, they are right. Check on them because they just may not be. People are mean. Okay. So we're ready. So, first question. Okay. What is the first word that comes to your mind right now? Like, don't think about it. First word that comes to your mind. And I just said, first one came to my mind was strength. I don't know why, but it did because I don't feel very strong right now. So maybe that spirit trying to tell me, girl, be strong. You're straight. First word, happy. I like it. I like it. Anybody else? Food. Strength. Okay. Like mine. Strength. OMG, me too. Yeah, that's the first thing came to mind. Peace. Thank you. Like, y'all don't understand how this helps me. This is helping me. Peace. I need that because I need some peace right now. Okay. Love. Why am I about to cry? Because I need to feel all of that. That's probably why. I need to feel this stuff. Okay. Love. First word that comes to your mind. I like it. Okay. Strength. I'm not sure why that's the first word that comes to my mind, but it is. Maybe that's because I need to be strength. Next word. Next question. Let me make sure okay. Are you religious? Anybody religious? Let's see the question. Let's see the answers here. I'm gonna start with the answer, of course, while you guys are typing. I am not religious. I don't consider myself to be, anything specific. I know when I first um was growing up, we grew up going to church on Sunday, and I think it was like denominational. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but that's what we started. And then like around the sixth or maybe about the seventh grade, seventh, eighth grade, we switched over to being, my mom did, Seventh Day Adventist. Okay. Because I never agreed to any of it. So she switched over and I was going. And then since I've been an adult, I'm not choosing to be anything. I don't even consider myself a Christian anymore. So with that, what I want to ask is, if you're not considered a Christian, can you still believe in Christ? Because doesn't it work like that? Like, you have to, if you believe in Christ, then you have to be a Christian, or can you still believe in him without it? So that's a question too. That's like two questions. Okay, let's see. I love God, but I wouldn't consider myself religious. I agree. I wouldn't. I believe in God, higher power, but not into a certain religion. Me either. What would you consider religious? I would consider religious like titles. That's what I would consider. So, are you Adventist? Are you Pentecostal? Are you Baptist? Are you Catholic? Are you? That's what I've always known religion to be. Am I right to say that? Hey, how are you? That's what I would consider religious titles. Do you give yourself a title, or do you just choose to worship and believe in the way that you choose to, not under any umbrella, is what I think. But you can continue to um respond in the comments. I literally am not going to keep y'all long tonight because I it's a lot. It's a lot. Um the next question is, do you believe in marriage in the sense of like paperwork? So like marriage, can marriage be, do you have to go down to the courthouse or wherever, fill out that paperwork, do all of that, or can you just be in a relationship, decide you're going to be committed to each other from here on, because your word should be enough. I feel your word should be enough. Or do you think it's important to have papers, and why? Yes, I think marriage is a feeling. Me too. I can agree with that. Now, me personally, I don't believe that I believe in marriage in that sense anymore. I think if you're somebody who's concerned with, first of all, I just feel I don't know that our ancestors, or that long back in the day, they were doing it in that way. I don't think anybody was going anywhere signing any paperwork. You might have come together with your friends and family and did vows, or however they did it. But I don't think, might have been some type of ceremony or something like that. But I don't think anybody signed papers. I believe it's something that puts contracts on us. It's a thing with contracts. I'm trying to break all contracts. I don't want no contracts under nothing with this construct or system, period. So for me, um, I wouldn't I don't I just I'm not with the paper thing anymore. But again, I was trying to say that maybe people decide to do it because it guarantees you something. It kind of puts a hold, in this system, it kind of puts a hold on something. It guarantees that if it doesn't work, what you can get out of it, and how somebody gonna have to do something, or X, Y, and Z. So for me, maybe it means something if you care about that piece of it. But for me, I just feel like it's about your word, it's about commitment, it's about what you say you're going to do. And if I had it to do all over again, I don't think I would do paperwork. I'm just not. I'm not going to do that. That's just me. Um, Action are enough. I think action is enough. I think it's enough. I think your word is enough. I think it's enough. That's me, but that's where I am today. Words and your bond is definitely enough. I think it's enough. Yes, I need paper to have children with someone. I'm not interested in being a baby mama. What? Okay. So even if you have paper, right, and say y'all divorce, then what does that mean then? Right? Like, say it doesn't work out, because like papers doesn't guarantee you're going to be with that person forever. So then what does that mean? Like, if you're willing to say, how would that make you feel then? Um, Black people especially weren't even considered people. Marriage was who you chose and who chose you. I agree. I agree. It's who you choose and who chose you. I don't think that's just where I am today. I don't feel like you need paperwork or anything like that to do it, right? So and yeah, so I'm interested in canceling all my contracts, period, point blank. I'm not interested in having them. That's a whole nother show, but that's where I am. And if you'd like to know more on as to why, we can definitely have that off camera chat. But yeah, I'm not interested in being tied in a certain way anymore. Right. So that's a whole nother conversation. So anyway, this says, I can't control if it doesn't work out, but I can control having a child up front without marriage. Absolutely. You definitely can control that, especially if that is important to you. And again, everybody here, I don't feel there's a right or wrong way. That's somewhere else I am in life. I don't think there's right or wrong way. I think everybody needs to do it exactly how they need to. And I think if that is what works for you, I think that's absolutely perfect for you and your life. And I say do that, girl. I say do that. Um, so then next, um, what is one thing we don't know about what is one thing we don't know about you? One thing, one quick thing we don't know about you. One thing you may not know about me is maybe y'all didn't know I wasn't religious. No, I wasn't into all of that anymore. Maybe that's something new. I'm super, super artsy. Like I can do almost like anything arts I can do, but like on like a whole other scale level with it. So like that's something y'all might know that already. Um something you didn't know that about me. Something that I think that's it. Maybe this whole thing, like how my life has changed and where I am in life right now, that's maybe something you don't know. And that I'm a super skater. Like, let me tell y'all now, anybody who knows me, if you know me, like y'all, I get down when it comes to skates. Give me a pair of skates and you watch and see what goes on. I'm a skater. Like I'm that one that does the tricks and the splits and all that on the skates. That's me. That might be a good one. That's something y'all don't know about me. I'm a super skater. I'm a skater. I want to read what this says. Black people. Oh, I think I did read that. Maybe y'all do, but I love cuss words. Ah, who is that? Because y'all know I can't see who it is. Who is that? And I like cuss words too. In this part of my life, I kind of like them. I like them. I like cuss words. Who is that? Please state your name, please, because I need to know. I jam on them skates too. Yes, indeed. Give me a pair of skates. Give me a pair of skates and see don't I show you. See don't you see a side of me you ain't never seen. See that was a good one. Give me a pair of skates. It is a STL thing. That's from if you from St. Louis, you know how to you was on skates from the time you came out your mama's womb. You was on a pair of skates. Yes, it's the St. Louis thing. Oh, that's Nedra. You can say a cuss word or two, sis. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. This is a judge-free zone. You can say a cuss word. Um, let's see. What's the next thing? Let me see. What's the best way to unlearn? Because we were talking about unlearning things. And what's the best way if you are ever found yourself or now find yourself unlearning things, like doing away with different beliefs or traditions or different things that you feel no longer serve you? What's the best way to do that? And how do you know when to do it and that you even need to unlearn something? Like, how do you know? How do you know, like, you've hit a point in your life, like, I need to do away with it? I think just asking that question says that you need to reevaluate yourself. And I don't think there's a right or wrong or necessarily a easy way, nothing easier than just doing it. Just do it. Just decide that this no longer works for me and it no longer serves me. And so I'm going to choose to sit this over here and then I'm going to go and do the research, the study, the praying, the whatever you need, the meditating that you need to do with yourself to figure out what it is that you need to be doing, what it is, where it is in life that you need to be. And what is going to work for you personally. And I think I told someone in the comments the other day that the hardest part about unlearning and doing something new is being public with it. The having to tell your mama or having to tell your friends that I don't believe that or I'm not doing that no more. I think that's the hardest part. And when you start to feel a way, like you really feel a way, but then you're scared to tell people because they'll feel some type of way, then that's when you know you need to take a closer look at that thing that you're having a hard time with. That's when you know. That's how I knew. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't understand. But then at the same time, I didn't want to be shunned and I didn't want to be judged or gossiped about. So I decided to keep it to myself. That's when I knew I needed to take another look. And especially starting having that anxiety and stuff forced me to go ahead and deal with what I needed to deal with. Um, thank you. See, my family. I love this new you. Thank you. Thank you so much. The best way to unlearn is to learn something new. Exactly. And when you learn something new, that old stuff that don't make sense, it's gonna fall off anyway. You need to unlearn when it makes you feel less than or not fulfilled. Absolutely. And I started feeling not fulfilled. I didn't feel fulfilled. Books reading for me, when it doesn't make sense or feel right, like it's not working in and for my spirit, then I try to apply what I've learned as it best works for my life. That's so true. That's so true. That's exactly what it was. Stuff just started not making sense to me. It didn't make sense. Like, I don't understand what you mean. I don't get that, and I don't see how that's logic, right? So that's when I knew it was time for me to unlearn and do something different. Okay. Um, how do you okay, so this is one. How do you feel about psychics, tarot reading, astrology, chart reading, etc.? Do you think it's wrong? Um, do you think it's wrong? Astrology, psychics, tarot, all this kind of stuff. What do you feel about it? Do you think it's wrong? Okay, so I'm answering. I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with it. I don't feel there's anything wrong. I mean, how is it different from a prophet in the church? What's the difference? Who says that you're allowed to read people's life and then this next person can't because they're not doing it within the church walls? Please, somebody speak to me. That's one of the things that I don't understand. Because how come you have a gift, but your gift is only validated because you're doing it in church versus me? I'm spreading love and light, and I have the same gift. I'm just not doing it at church. I don't feel like I see anything wrong with it. What say y'all? I think it's where you come from. Yeah, and I think it's how you raised, and I think it's like your background. But how I was raised is like, that's of the devil. How is it of the devil? I don't understand. Like, what would make that of the devil? Like, if I have a gift to be able to say to you X, Y, and Z, and it happens, or I'm saying to you things that are currently happening to you now, I was gifted with this gift. How does that make me of the devil if I didn't ask for it? If I didn't, do certain things, workings in order to get, like, how does that make me wrong? Right? I believe people should express however they've been blessed to. Me too. This conversation is for me. It's for me too. It's for me. I needed this, okay? Because I'm so sick of all of this. Let's just get it out on the table now. What is the problem? What is with all these judgments? How come everything? And a lot of this stuff I feel like is we did as a people, and some of this stuff is our power, and again our gifts and our talents, and I feel like it has been demonized to keep us from it, to keep us um low vibration, to keep us detached from um the source power and our true abilities. I feel like, and it's not just terror and those type of things. People have other gifts. There's people that got gifts of healing where they literally can lay hands and heal you. They literally know how to mix up something and give it to you, and it will heal everything you have. And they never went to the school or college or anything. So how does that make them any less than a doctor who is going by a book and they kind of really don't know? They just kind of guessing. Like, how does that make them any different? Is what I'm saying. If it's your gift, like, how have we come to a place to allow people to demonize our gifts? And to keep us from it, because it was to keep us from it, but how did we get to a place to allow it, right? And where how did we get to a place to be so judgmental? I just don't understand that. So anything that's going to be judgmental and doing all of that, I don't want no parts of it. um yes, you are, Ken, and I am catching all of the love and light you are sending. Thank you, Retta. Thank you so much. um that's how I was raised. it's the devil as it's the devil as well. You're saying you think it's the devil? Is that what you're saying? That you think it's of the devil? Um, I think the same way, but they say because it's the message, um, isn't sent directly from God, but I believe God shows up differently for everyone based on how they need to receive. Otherwise, how do all these religions have the same story in their books? Bible, Quran, so like all of that. Yes, no, I agree. How can because I'm not at church meant God didn't talk to me in my bedroom? He didn't come to me while I was in the shower? He didn't say nothing to me while I was riding in the car. So y'all saying that wasn't him talking to me while I was walking down the grocery aisle. Oh, okay. That's what y'all gonna say. Okay. So okay, I get it. I get it. No, that's not what I was told. No, that's not what I was told that it's the devil. Oh, you were never told it was of the devil. I just want to be sure I'm hearing you right, and that I'm being clear, and that I'm not misinterpreting or misreading what you're saying. So you're saying you've never been told that it was of the devil. Well, child, they'll tell you. I mean, in a minute. Oh, that's the devil. Everything is the devil. Why do we give the devil so much credit? I'm so sick of that. Child, he ain't that tough. Okay, he ain't all of that. Like police. But anyway, let's see. So we talked about that. The next question. How do you feel about holidays? Mm. Is it important for you to keep up, and why? Um, and also I want to throw in there, like, how do you feel about um your children believing certain things in regards to the holidays? So like Santa or the Easter bunny, or Tooth Fairy, or any of these things. How do you feel, about it? I'll start. So currently right now in my life, um, I am refraining from holidays. No judgment. No judgment. Your tree looks nice. I think it's beautiful. Your lights, I love the way it feels. All of this, I grew up on this stuff, but I'm just saying, when I was growing up, like, all jokes aside, when I was growing up, my mom, we would put up a tree, we might put up some little lights or something, but we didn't always just celebrate in that way. We didn't always get gifts, child. Sometimes we had to wait to the first of the year, when that income tax hit, and then we might get a little something. You know what I'm saying? So we never really, my mom made it very clear, like, I'm Santa. Ain't no Santa, and we lived in an apartment. I remember when she was saying that, like, we live in an apartment. We don't have no fireplaces. Where they coming from, the upstairs neighbors through the floor? Where he coming from? And how he getting in here? It ain't none of that. And he ain't coming through this house. So, not to be a spoiler, but I think, do you, again, this is judge free zone, but I've told Taylor, my kids, he ain't real. So, but I did tell them, y'all can't be on that playground though arguing with them kids about that. Don't listen. Let them be great. If that's what they want to know, let them know that. Like, let them think what they want to, but don't be on there, spoiling it for everybody else, and telling them the truth, doing, all of that. But I just like to keep it 100, and just to say, like, that ain't happening. But it's fun if you want to pretend and make believe. Like, I encourage them to use their imagination, because it's so important to do so. Even as adults, when you're trying to manifest, child, you need to be able to use your imagination and envision things. But I think right now where I am in my life, and the reason, not that I want to spoil anything, is because I am in a place truly of unlearning everything. When I say I have wiped the slate clean, and I really want to just feel and be led in a way for myself, and I want to have a different meaning. I honestly and genuinely do not want to be in the hustle and bustle of life in that way of trying to, oh, I got to have this done, or, oh, I got to get this. And, oh, Lord, I got all these people I got to do. And I just don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like, I don't want to start them thinking, if I don't get something, then I got to feel away, or they're gonna feel some type of way, they go and all the other kids. Like, I don't wanna start that. I'm not in a place that I can right now. I don't know. I don't know if things will change. I'm just not there, y'all. And I'm being honest. I'm being as real as I can. It's just not real. It's not real. But we, like, we watch Home Alone. I'm trying to make it good, right? We watch Home Alone. We do, I don't make it like dun dun dun. You know what I'm saying? Like real bad and scary. I don't do that, but you know, we talk about it. We're free. We have fun. But I don't want to keep up with certain things. I just don't want to right now. And I just want to have real, honest conversations in my house with my kids, just about things and figure it out. That's it. So that's where I am with it. Let me see what y'all say. I didn't teach my kids to believe in Santa, etc. either. Okay. We didn't even do the tooth fairy. Mm-mm, but they still talk about it. They trying to knock their teeth out right now. They're not even ready. You 3 and 5. They be in here telling my mommy, can I put a string around my tooth and slam the door real hard to make my tooth come out? It's like, you want to knock your teeth out so you can talk about a tooth fairy? Girl, no, you're not gonna be able to do that. Um, let's see. I want to go back up here. Holidays are associated with vacation ever since I started working. Absolutely. And take your vacation and live strong and live long. Once somebody told me that. But yeah, live your life. Live your life. I used to love them as a kid. Absolutely. And I think it gives you like a little bit of fun, a little bit of hope about something, a little bit of mystery. I think, I get it. I understand it. And it's not that I don't. So yeah, I think it's good. And I think do that. Do that. It does. The holiday season, just before now, leading up to now, it just feels good. It feels like, oh, I want to, put up little decorations. I want to crawl up, with a blanket and get nice and warm on the couch and, have some warm hot chocolate and watch move. Like I get the feeling. Like I understand the feeling. I really do, honestly and truly. Um, Said nope, most of them in this country are genocidal and I'm good. My child ain't never knew about no peaceful pilgrims, Santa, Jesus, December birthday, freedom of 1776, bunnies, eggs, none of that. Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Um, I didn't teach my kids to believe in Santa. Oh, I said that. We didn't even do the truth. I think I said all of this. And that's perfectly okay. I didn't want to either, so I didn't. And I think that's okay. Again, no judgment. No judgment. But this is just the questions, right? And y'all get to kind of see where I am in life. People like, what's going on with Ken? Here you go. It's a fun way to tell you where I'm at. So let's see. Does do you think that everything really happens for a reason? Do you believe that? This is a quick one. I think so. And I think everything happens how it's supposed to. Whether you understand it in the moment or not, whether it makes sense to you or not, at that time, you may understand, you may get it later. It may come to you later why it happened in the way that it did and why it needed to. But I personally believe everything happens for a reason, and happens exactly how it was supposed to. So like relax. You could relax, not be stressed because that's how it was supposed to go. And it's going to be okay. It's going to work itself out just like it always does. So that's what I feel. Um, I think everything is a result of choice. I think so. I think so. Yes, most definitely. Good deal. That was easy. So the next one. How do you feel about premarital sex? Right or wrong? Is it right or wrong to have sex before you're married? Child, I got this question from my post yesterday. Someone had made mention of it. And listen, y'all, I think people are free to do what they want to do. That's where I'm at. I don't know that I even believe in right and wrong in the sense of the way that it was taught to me. The only thing that I think is like bouncing partner to partner and that kind of thing, that gets risky, because you have all different kind of things going around, not to mention pH balances and things is thrown off, not to mention having kids and when you're not ready and that kind of thing. But as far as if you're in a relationship, because again, this jumps back to earlier, not everybody wants to be married in that sense? What if this is your committed lifelong partner? You guys have been together forever and you plan to be. I ain't judging. I personally, we talk about this heaven or hell thing. I don't think you're going to hell behind it. That's just me. That's where I'm at. What say you? Right. I need to know what I'm getting into. I'm just being honest. You need to know. You need to know what you're getting into. Absolutely. But I don't feel that I'm not endorsing to be out here just doing all of that. I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying I think it's okay. Casual, whatever you're doing, I don't see a problem with it. I don't think I don't think you're gonna be sentenced to the dark place, to the underworld behind it. Definitely say be safe, be cautious, and remember soul ties. So if you out here and you just bouncing around, just remember you're connected to that person, and whoever they've been with, and that person has been with, and they've been. It's all connected to you. So if you feel like you feeling the kind of way and you're just like, why am I upset today? Maybe you're not mad. It's probably the other person that he been with, she pissed off because she can now smell you on him. So now you feeling what she feeling. Like you feel like all of this stuff is spiritual. So just know that. Okay. So like when you sign up for these things, it gets a little spiritual, it gets a little all of that. You're like, what is going on? Like, why if it so just know that's a thing. So for that reason, don't just be out here. But I'm saying I don't think it's wrong that you choose to have sex before you're married. Done. What does this say? Oh, I gotta keep going because I'm looking at all the comments and we're already at 41. I said I was gonna keep you. Here we are. Let's go fast. Let's just okay, worst date. What is your I don't know if you can type in here what's your worst date, but I'm not gonna even say worst date because I got so many things. Let me see. Maybe it's not meant for me to get all to all these questions because this went so long. It went long. It's already at 40. Um, okay, let's say this. What do you look for in a friend? That's a quick one. I looked for loyalty, um, honesty, and transparency. Like, I don't want to be the one giving when I'm in relationships, regardless of the relationship, I want to be 100% in. And I don't want to feel like, oh, I can share some stuff, but I can't share that because my business might get like, I don't want to feel like that. And then I also don't want to feel like you'll tell my business or that you will betray me or any of that. I want to be in friendships where um we're both get completely all in. We can both be completely open with each other and we're going to be honest and we're going to be loyal to each other. That's what I look for in a friend. And trust. I see somebody is saying trust. Um if you were a type of jeans, what type would you be? So a pair like pair pants, jeans. If you could be a type of jean, what would you be? I would be Gap cuz Gap fits me like no other. Gap has a way of like making my body look away. Okay. So thank you, Gap. I would be Gap. Okay. And you guys can answer. I'm just want to get to all these questions because there were so many good ones. Um, Alice said, what do you look for in a friend? Oh, I want to like to know, are you a listener or a talker? Do you do good listening? Or do you prefer to chat and you're not really listening? I'll say I can talk. I could really, really go. But here lately, with the way things are changing, I've been more of a listener because I feel like with me having so many questions and with me ne- trying to rediscover myself, it helps a lot more when I'm listening. I can hear better. I can hear what spirit is saying to me. I can hear what's trying to be communicated to me. I can even see the signs and symbols through what other people are saying or just observing and that type of thing. I'm doing better about listening. Somebody says, I used to love talking. Distressed boyfriend. Yeah. Oh, yes. I like that. Distressed boyfriend. Um, this question is, do you believe in heaven and hell? And right now, I just feel like we live that here on earth. So after this, do I feel like you're going to one place or the other? I don't know that I believe that in the way that it was presented to me before. The jury is still out on that. I don't think I believe it. I feel like you can have heaven on earth or hell on earth right now. Right now. So that's what I believe. Um, best book you ever read. Are y'all some readers? Listen, The Coldest Winter Ever is my jam. And then Lovers and Friends by Eric Jerome Dickey. Right now, I'm currently reading a book called The Children of Blood and Bone. But see, it's about deities and orishas and magic and that kind of thing. Because that's kind of where my life is right now. So, what is your favorite book? Children of Blood and Bone. Is you saying ooh because of that? Or is because of Coldest Winter Ever and one of the other ones? Mhm. But that's kinda where my life is. It's a thick book too, but I've been reading it, and so far it's so good. It's, like, really a good book. I think it's really hitting on a lot of things realistically, like, really in life. It seems more realistic than it does fiction to me, but I'm sure it kinda has some embellishments and stuff like that, but that's one of the, best books. Um, let's see. Trying to pick the very last good ones. Let's see. What childish things do you still do as an adult? As an adult, do you still do childish things as an adult? I don't know if this is considered childish or not, but I will say one of mine is I had imaginary friends growing up. When I was a kid, and you could ask anybody, ask my mama. I had imaginary friends and I would talk to them and I could really hear them. Like I could really hear them talk, and at least that's what I thought. And I would talk to them all the time. And I later just found, and still to this day, like I'm not just sitting talking to myself and just like I literally sit and I have conversations. I don't know if it's a childish thing, but it's something that I did as a child that um is happening now. But I've been told that it's just, me speaking to my angels and my spirit guides and um that sort of thing. Like my grandmother passed on, and I feel like I was talking to her. It's a lot of people that don't believe in life after death and all of that, but here we are. This is where I'm at. But she just passed away, and I told my mom about this. I was like, I feel like I talked to Granny the other day, and I didn't tell her that yet because I didn't want her to think I was crazy. So I was talking to her, and I feel like my grandmother loved drinking coffee. And I feel like she was saying to me she wanted coffee. So, and wanted to drink some coffee right now. Let's drink some coffee together. And so I was like, well, what kind, saying like, what kind of coffee do you drink? I know y'all probably think like she's off her rocker for sure now. But and I feel like she told me Folgers, but I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know what she drinks. So we went out and got Folgers. I went and got some Folgers coffee. I don't even drink coffee, but I went and got it. But then days later, I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, what kind of coffee did Granny drink? Like, what was her favorite? And would y'all know, my mama told me Folgers. Y'all don't believe me? My mama gonna be on here. My mama gonna be on here and have a discussion with us. And y'all can ask her. She said Folgers. And she was like, "Why?" And at first I said, "I was just wondering. I was curious. I didn't tell her." But then we got off the phone and I called her right back and I told her. I was like, "Well, I felt like, I was having a conversation with her and she said she wanted coffee." And I said it and I showed her this thing of Folgers I had. I was like, "I have it." And she was like, "What? That's so crazy!" Like, and I was, "Thanks, Mom," because in that moment I thought you were really gonna think I was crazy and you didn't. My mom was like so like she handled it so good, so that made me feel good. But yeah, that's something I did as a kid. I talked to, I had other conversations with other, and I still do. Okay, so next, cartoons, cosplay. I still go sledding. I love it. I like to still go to the playground. And I haven't got on the swings, but I would love to, like in my heart. I think that's great. Um, Who is this? You're talking to your ancestors and spirit guides. You've been tapped in from your youth. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. Thank you for that. And where are we on time? 49. Okay, so I have maybe um 2 or 3 more, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. So I wanted to say this one. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Okay, what's your worst date ever? Like when you went on a date, what was the worst one ever? If you can think. I'll tell you what my worst date was. So this was the first date. It wasn't like this is the very first date. So we were going to the movies and we get to the movies and there was a line like it was popping. It was the weekend or something. I don't know. And we're walking like first of all, like where you pay for the movies was like outside, it's outside. You walk up to it and then you go inside with your ticket. So we didn't stop there. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, well maybe he was, proactive. He got the tickets already. We walk in, we try to walk right straight past we all the people in line and trying to walk past the guy who's taking the tickets, right? So I'm standing there all cute and whatnot, and everybody's looking like, looking down the line, like, what y'all doing? Y'all trying to so then the guy's like, the line is over there, and my date is trying to say like, no, we good. So and so say we're good, we can go in. And he's like, no, who told you that? Because you have to have a ticket to go in. And he's like, no, going back and forth with the man about the ticket. I'm standing here looking like so finally I decided, I was like, hey, listen, let's just go and get the tickets. Like, so I finally got him to go back out, like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening? I'm like, well, I do this all the time. This is what I do. Like, you just messed it up. I was about to get us in. I'm like, just pay for the ticket. And I didn't drive, I was riding. So I couldn't get anywhere. And I was like, just pay for the ticket. This was college. So we can go. So then he decides he's upset. He's mad, like, oh, I can't believe I gotta pay for these tickets. So he does. And then he pays for tickets for this really scary movie. I don't do scary movies, right? So I'm like, I'm not going, I don't want to see that. Well, this is what I want to see. This is what we're going to see. I was like, I don't want to see that. So then he gets the tickets for that movie anyways. And at the time there was this like church movie playing or something like low gospel. This is still when I was like a Christian or whatever. And he was like, well, that's fine. You can go to that movie, but I'm going to see this one. So I snuck in that little movie to watch the little church one while he went and watched the scary one on my first date by myself, scared. Like, what if they come in and they check the tickets and they see that I'm not supposed to be in this movie? What's going to happen? That was my worst date. Okay. So, what does it say? Yes, honey, I stay on the swings. Alex, I can hear you saying that. Okay. So that was a worst date. That was a little story time. Okay. So then the next one is, and these are going to be the last two, and I'm going to let you go. If you're healing from something right now, what's inspired that journey? So if you're currently healing, what has inspired that for you? What inspired you to start the journey of healing? And for me, I mentioned it before, above that, or before that, for me, my health started, this anxiety, and then it would cause my pressure to go up and feeling like I'm going to faint and pass out, and just realizing that so much had a hold on me, and being able to acknowledge what it is and what it was, um, that was doing this for me and doing this to me. I realized that there are some things that I needed to let go. I had to heal. I had to forgive some stuff. I had to forgive myself. I had to really let go. And I just decided I need to heal. I need to do better so that I can release this stuff. And I'm currently, again, like I told you guys, that I'm doing this real time with you. So it's still happening now. Like, I still, every now and again, I got to find myself where I got to breathe. I got to do the little count meditation breathing where, because I'll have these random anxiety spells and, panic. Like, so yeah, so that right there is what prompted my healing. Turning pain into power. Yes. And seeing how, um where I was affecting my child, seeing how you were was affecting your child, it's caused you to start your journey. Absolutely. Yeah, and then just knowing, like, sometimes thinking like, "Well, what if I'm here and I be done passed out, and my kids just looking like." I just said, I have to deal with it. I have to deal with whatever's going on." I did think about my little people too. Healing myself from my childhood trauma so that my children don't have to heal from me being their parent. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right? I don't doesn't that make you feel a way? Like, I don't want y'all to heal because I was the worst. Y'all to have to do that. That is true. That is something else. That's true. That's true. Okay, last one, and we're getting out of here, guys. Um, so this one is just fun. And this is gonna end it out because I like to end on a high note and end light. I'm sure I skipped some things, but it's okay. So let's attract something great into our lives. What are you claiming is yours? Like, what do you want to claim is yours? Let's speak it into existence. So we've been typing a lot of things and we've been saying a lot of things, but what are you claiming right now is yours? And right now, I'm claiming what I want to speak into existence: healing, protection, and abundance is what I'm going to say. And love. You can have as many as you want. Love. I'm going to type it in the chat. Healing, protection, abundance, love. Ooh, I want to say gratitude. Uh-oh, because I didn't put a space right here. Um, let's see. And what else? Hello, ma'am. Tuning in late. Hope I didn't miss too much. Unfortunately, I can't see who everybody is because I'm using StreamYard. So I don't know who it is, but hey, welcome. Um, we're just typing right now in the chat things that we want to um speak into existence as far as our lives, speak into our lives. And um did I say good? I said healing, good health and wealth and all those good things, right? So we are leaving now, but it will be boundaries. Yes, let's put this. I see enlightenment. I see boundaries, love reciprocated. Yes, it's all about this reciprocity for me. Abundance, freedom, gratefulness, ascension, and peace. Absolutely. I'm gonna leave that up there. It's so good. Um, and with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for your constant love and support because it's needed. Even when people look like they're doing okay and you know, they might be going, we say all the time, but they may be going through something and you never know what it is. But I want to put all of this: wealth, love, great health, peace, absolutely peace, peace and love. Ooh, I'm just gonna put peace in all caps in there. I want peace. Give me peace, please. I'm putting that in the chat. Um, well, that's me. So with that, I just want to encourage you to take the journey, take that first step, whatever that means to you, and just do it, regardless of what somebody else may think, regardless of what somebody else may say, regardless of how it's going to make them feel. It doesn't matter. You get this one life, and you've been put here with a purpose and a plan for your life. And how can you do that? How can you live that out if you're too busy worried about what somebody else is going to say? It's not fair. They get to live your life for you and their own life. They get two lives. You mean to tell me you get two lives and I'm running around here with one? Oh, it's not going to happen. So it's just an encouragement for me. I know I've been a little MIA because I have been working, but also because I'm just having a moment. Um, but I'm also figuring it out, and I'm being real and I'm being transparent even with myself. But you have to be real. In order to do it, you have to be real with yourself. You have to be sure in yourself, and you have to be willing to do the work and willing to, in the face of anybody, say, stand firm on who you are and what you believe. And I said before, if you're not sure about anything else in this life, you have to be sure about you, and you have to choose yourself. And if yourself is saying something no longer serves you and it doesn't feel good to you and it doesn't make sense to you, you have to honor that and you have to respond to that, and you have to figure out what that is. Something, whatever you want to say, God, spirit, the universe, however you want to call it, it's calling out to you to say you need to look into it and you need to see, and don't pass it up because, oh, well, this is what I've been told all this long time. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we done been lied to a whole lot about a lot of things. And if you just take the time to just look and dig deep, you'll find it and you'll see. But when you're ready and on your own time, and try to be there for people if you can, and love them through whatever it is that they're going through. It doesn't mean you have to agree or change what you believe because they are. But try not to be judgmental, and try not to be, that fake friend that's willing to like walk, and maybe it don't make you fake because you choose to walk away and don't want to be bothered. um but again, you have to do what's right for you and love you first. And that's my message. Thank you guys so much for joining and having fun. I hope you had fun with the game. I had so much fun, and it definitely lifted my spirits. And it helps me to be able to give a little bit more insight on where I am right now. It gave a fun and easy way to be able to do it, because it can be a little heavy to tell people. I talk to ancestors and spirit guides, and I don't believe XYZ. Like, that could be a little heavy. So thank you guys so much. I really, really love you and I appreciate you. And until next time on Conversations, I'll see y'all later. I love you.